Hello, my name is History West. Welcome back to Grandpa Streams Minecraft. Today I am on my forever world. I am a zombie spawner, just finishing repairing my tools, at least the main ones. You can see I added a little lava puddle here so I can throw in some junk that I've been collecting. And unfortunately, I have not thrown in anything that I didn't mean to, at least not yet. So I have decided what I'm working on today, and that is going to be creating a full-size sorting storage system down below my house. And we're going to build it right where I was going to build the storage system, right here. But it's going to be much larger. It's going to go to this wall and to that wall, and then it's going to go down to bedrock. So that's what we're working on today. So I hope you are having a great day. I'm having a great day. It is a lovely day here in the desert. It's 83 degrees Fahrenheit, and I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's nice, pleasant weather. At least it is here in the desert. It's not humid at all. Of course, it's dry. And so 83 is a nice, cool day, especially if you have a breeze going, which we do right now. I was thinking about going for a bike ride earlier, but in the desert, if you got a little breeze around your house, it's beautiful. But if you go out into the surrounding desert bike trails, chances are it's going to be quite a bit more windy out there, and you don't want to be stuck in a sandy area when there's wind coming up. So I decided I'd wait till later this week for the bike ride. And there you have that. On the subject of transportation, I just had to get my car fixed. I have a Toyota. It's about 6 years old now. I like it a lot. It's the only car in my life. I've bought several new cars, but it's the only new car that I ever bought that I didn't buy the most basic model. In fact, I got the most upgraded model, or upgraded version of the model that I got anyway. And when we bought it, after you make all the deal for your car and stuff, they take you into the service manager's office or the general manager's office, somebody, and he offers you an extended warranty. And I'd always said no to the extended warranty, but I bought this car. It was fairly expensive for me, and they asked me how far I drove my car to work, and truthfully I told them about 2 miles, 1 mile there and 1 mile back, because I was teaching at the time and just living right down the street from my school. And so they offered me this price on the extended warranty, which was just under $800, and for 10 years. And I thought, okay, we'll take it. So we got that, and I remembered to ask, I guess it doesn't matter if I ask, but at the time I asked, does this include electronics? Oh yeah, it includes all your electronics. And my car is fairly electronics heavy. At least it was for 6 years ago. Now they all have everything. It's got a screen, and it's got Apple CarPlay, and has its own Wi-Fi, internal Wi-Fi, which was all very big for me. So I was glad that my extended warranty covered all of that. electronic parts of the car. So we've had it 6 years, and then all of a sudden, just recently, the microphone stopped working. Where you talk into it for your hands play, and you also tell, Siri to play whatever on the radio, like on Apple CarPlay. So the microphone stopped working.
Now playing whatever the weather on Apple Music.
There you go. And you can tell I have my iPhone right here. So we also noted that our right-hand speaker in the car was going off and on occasionally. So I took it in. I said, hey, microphone's not working, maybe a fuse. The guy says, oh, I think I know what it is. We'll take care of it. So it was at the service center all day. It turns out this whole computer module had gone bad, had broken. They had to replace it. And the part was just over $700. And then labor would have been $300, but it was all covered because of that extended warranty I bought when I was buying the car. This is not an advertisement for you to buy an extended warranty. Believe me, I bought stuff and not bought the extended warranty. But in this case, it definitely worked out for the positive. And so what was funny is they took out the computer module and put a new one in, and it didn't work because the new one was bad, so they had to put in a second one. So now everything's good, and I'll probably be driving this car another year. I'm thinking about buying a new one next year, maybe. I'm getting old, so I'm starting to think about things like, how many more years will I be driving? Because I'm not going to be one of those guys whose kids have to come to him and say, hey, Dad, you can't drive anymore. You should be able to make that on your own, that kind of or recognize that kind of a point in your life on your own. And yeah, I've already come to that conclusion about a lot of things. Things that I can't do that I used to be able to do. We were driving down the road, and there was somebody pushing a car because they're out of gas or whatever, and there were like two guys pushing the car. My wife says, "Do you want to get out and push?" I just looked at her like she was crazy. I'm in my mid-60s. Have no business out pushing a car. Anyway, that's my car story for the day. Everything worked out well in the end, which is more than you can expect in most car stories. Everything worked out in the end and I didn't have to pay anything. That's really more than you can expect from most car stories. So today I've been sitting around watching some stuff on YouTube, as I always am, and I watched a replay of the Twitch-a-thon, Twitch convention, whatever they have going on right now. I don't usually watch Twitch because I never can figure out how to get the app to play what I want to play. But yes, I know it makes me sound like an old man, but I am one, so there you go. But anyway, I watched the replay of the Hermitcraft panel discussion. I've talked about Hermitcraft before. Hermitcraft is great. I love watching Hermitcraft. More than most Minecraft stuff that I watch, there are other creators that I watch all the time that are not Hermitcraft members, but Hermitcraft is amazing because you have so many great players of varied types all in one place. And no matter what kind of stuff you like to watch, you can find it there on their server. But I was watching them, and of course they announced that their next season, Hermitcraft Season 11, is going to start Saturday, November 8th, which is exciting. I thought it would be much longer than that. I think most people did. And I'm looking forward to it. And a couple of hermits who were not in that panel discussion that I especially like watching. One is Wells Knight. He has not been on Hermitcraft that much this year, or indeed last year. But the first multiplayer game that I really ever played in was the Wells Knight. Pockets are full. Was a Wells Knight Patreon server, and I believe it was season 3 of his server. And I went on and I started playing at the end of the season. But it was summertime, so I was not teaching at that moment, and I just went crazy. I was playing Minecraft like every single second of my day, and built all kinds of stuff. And then at the end of, I'd only been on there a month or so. It was the end of that season, and Wells Knight was online, so I met him online, talked to him as he toured my base. He seemed like a really nice guy. And then I was on his Patreon server for the next season 2, which really was a chance for me to grow. I built a skyscraper hotel. That was kind of the first modern build I'd ever done. Built that on white concrete with black trim, or maybe it was a blue trim. But yeah, it was fun. A chance to grow as a builder. And so when Wells Knight is on Hermitcraft, I always have a special place in my heart for him. And also Zombie Cleo. Zombie Cleo in Season 6, which arguably is the best season of Hermitcraft. It was a great season. In Season 6, Zombie Cleo was building a pirate base with a pirate ship. And I sent them a design for a cannon for the pirate ship. And so they called, gave me a shout out by name. So that's my little bit of Hermitcraft fame, is that my name was mentioned by Zombie Cleo in Season 6. So that's cool. And I watched Wells Knight's, today I watched Wells Knight's final Hermitcraft Season 10 episode. And looking forward to watching next season a lot. Also, not in that panel I watched today was B00-100 for his single player world. He did a video. If you haven't seen his single player world videos, it's amazing the things he has built. The cathedral, the bridges, statues, and just amazing. And I enjoy watching him build just because he's so amazing. But it occurred to me that he's not my go-to guy for learning to build things. I like to watch him build, but I think think I can probably learn from other people more. I mean, think about it. If you're watching Bob Ross, he can probably help you paint a lot. But if you're watching Rembrandt, you're probably not going to learn that much. You would just sit there and marvel at the amazing painting that this world-famous person did, but your own painting's not going to improve. Case in point, so I was watching B00 today, and he did a little tutorial on bridges, and I think, oh, okay, I'm going to try this stuff, and he actually showed me some stuff that was helpful for my own building. Not that that's the only reason I watch him. But then he built this statue of a horse. I'm just looking at the screen thinking, I could play Minecraft for 100 years and I'm never going to be able to make anything nearly that amazing. But, like I said, it's amazing. It's fun to watch. And of course, he's entertaining himself just because of who he is. So I'm going to try to expand my own streaming a little bit. I tried a little screen capture earlier today and tested it out. It seemed to work well. So next week I'm going to try doing my stream with my face on it. Now, whether anybody really wants to see that or not, I don't know, but we'll give it a try. I may immediately go back to not having my face on the screen. People will say, oh, what is that old man doing out here playing Minecraft? Anyway, now you get the scope of what I'm digging out here. So this is just the first level that we are digging, and then we're going to go down a lot. So this is going to be a long-term build. But the thing about doing something this big is that it really keeps you motivated. At least it does for me. I may break off temporarily and go do something else. But once I start a big project like this that has an end goal, I usually keep going until it's done, especially when it's just a lot of repetitive work. You have to dig this out, and then setting it all up will be more repetition as you lay redstone and chests. I should say as I lay redstone and chests. And also, once you have a big sorting system, storage system in your world, that world becomes a more permanent, lasting place. That's what I want for this world. We're on day 792. So we'll see if we can get this done before it's time to go to the end and kill the dragon, which I said we were going to do by or around year 1000 or day 1000, excuse me. I don't remember how long the actual digging took on my Family Quest world, but I do remember digging for a long time. Family Quest, my son built a perimeter using flying machines, following kind of Doc M77's thing that he did on season 9 of Hermitcraft, and just dug a big, although in my son's case he dug it into a big circle and went down. Set that up. I don't know if there's enough room to do that in here. I suppose some people have done it underground. This is kind of cathartic. There you go. And we've got all these chests here. We can just dump all of our debris into for the time being. We're not sorting it all out later. I'm gonna have to download a new list of all of the blocks in Minecraft so that I can set up the storage system that way. So, do you build storage systems like that, or do you just haphazardly use chests like I have been doing for the last 791 days? Just toss stuff in a hole. Oh, we're getting almost done with this level. We have to repair our tools, but that won't be till after we are done with our stream, which will last until 7 o'clock Pacific time. So another 40 minutes. I stream every Saturday and Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific time. And I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it because it's keeping me motivated to play Minecraft. Now, well, last week I was really not motivated at all. I don't think I barely loaded Minecraft in between the days I was set to stream. But this week, since I started digging down here, I'm a little more inclined whether I'm streaming or not. Okay. Excuse me there. My daughter was just telling me she was stepping out. I may just pull these chests out and stick them over there for the time being. I'll worry about that later. So I used, of course, F3 and G to see where the chunk borders were. So the chunk border starts here, and we've got, what? How many do we have? Okay, I'd already started building here, so I don't think I'm going to cut back to there. So I've got 1, 2, 2.5 roughly chunks. And if we say start right here, going this way, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 chunks. Minecraft's such an interesting game. It's just so different from anything else. The only other game I've been playing recently is this morning. well, actually, I've been playing it for a while, but I started a new game today of Wandering Village, which is a game you can find on Steam. Steam is great. I love Steam. Great place to find inexpensive games. I mean, they have expensive ones there too, but I'm not going to buy them. It's crazy to spend $70 on a computer game. Of course, everything is expensive now. Now I can get in my old man voice. In my day, everything was cheap. I started my first job, I was getting minimum wage, which at the time was $2.30 an hour. How about that? And that was before you could buy a video game at all. Not by a whole lot. That was about... I think they had the very first Nintendo games that did not, it was just Pong. It didn't play multiple games, didn't have a cartridge, but they were expensive. Several $100s anyway. So, anybody enjoying is everyone enjoying the Copper Age drop? Everybody I've seen is enjoying the shelves. That's the big thing. Every builder loves the shelves. And they look good. I just haven't had an opportunity to really use them yet. But I did make a little golem. He's upstairs. In fact, let's go take a look at him here. He's not really doing anything except looking in his chest to find stuff that's not there. But there he is. Hey, buddy. So I can take some lapis, put it in his chest, and give him something to do. Check your chest. There you go. Lapis, right? Not there. Put it in the other chest. No, not downstairs. This is the first time he's gone downstairs. It's upstairs. I wonder if I put it in any of these. I think they're all full, and I don't think there's lapis in any of them. But there might be an empty space or two. Did he put it in there? Yes, he did. Little turkey. Alright, well. I guess you've got to really you have to know which way he likes to go in order to restrict his movements and make him useful. Oh, you didn't put any in there this time. Where are you going? Oh, because there's a chest outside. Where are you going to go to now? Yeah. It doesn't go in there. Can you find your way back into the house? back the way you came. See, now why wouldn't you put it in here? Because you put it in this one last time. Back upstairs. Come on. No, he's just stuck. I don't know. What are you doing? Oh, well. Rather than... Oh, I'll just let him wander. I'll find the lapis eventually, I guess. Funny. I voted for the Copper Golem when it first was part of the mob vote. I'm glad they finally got it in. Well, they're doing a lot of stuff. I'm glad that there are new things coming to the game. When I first started playing in 1.12, it was a long time. It was like a year that I played before anything new came at all. And that was right after in the period right after Microsoft bought out Mojang. So it's nice that they have new material, new stuff coming out. I would like them to do the desert next. And I would like an ostrich. I would like it to be rideable, which I doubt they'll do. But they might. I wanted to ride one ever since I watched Swiss Family Robinson. Swiss Family Robinson, great Disney movie back when Disney made good movies. And okay. We're going to go down 2 blocks. Starting with this section right under the existing chests. Swiss Family Robinson, which I read as a child in the book, of course. Good story. Like a lot of books were written back then, you can tell the author didn't have a lot of experience with the world that he was describing. I remember there's one part in the book where a donkey gets attacked by an anaconda, a giant snake, which It might not have been an anaconda, but it was a giant snake. Maybe a python. Which is possible, but in the story, it all happened so fast that the snake ate the donkey before the humans could save it. So it's possible that, left alone, a giant snake like that could devour the donkey and but it's unlikely that it would be able to swallow it immediately with people watching. It's like the original publication of Tarzan of the Apes. Edgar Rice Burroughs had lions and tigers both in Africa, and of course there are no tigers in Africa. But when he found out about it, he changed it to the tigers became lionesses. And another book that I love, Edgar Rice Burroughs books. And I was just reading that another fan of Tarzan was Jane Goodall, who just recently died. A great anthropologist and primatologist, scientist, environmentalist. Great lady in general. We don't give our scientists enough credit. I mean, they may well win prizes and do quite well for themselves, but they don't go down in history as much as, say, politicians. Most of whom don't deserve it, don't deserve to go down in history, at least not nearly as much as Jane Goodall. But, in my opinion, of course, it's kind of annoying to have to say my opinion when it's obviously an opinion. Alright. Let's see, do I want to go here this far? Out. Down. Yeah. Yes. I do. Wait, where is the edge of the thing is way over here. The edge of the... Okay. So I'm going to come way over to here and dig, is that right? Excuse me one moment. Here we are. My wife just calling to tell me that, or texting to tell me that she got my grandson's Halloween costume. He's going to be Lightning McQueen. Not surprising because he loves cars. I do too. Great movie. I'll tell you what I don't like about it. I don't like Cars 2. It's a horrible movie. But more than that, Cars 3 was okay. But, so Cars 1 is about Lightning McQueen, who was a rookie race car. And Cars 2, I don't even know what that's, I mean, it just is dumb. The whole race car turned spy thing. Actually, it was Mater that was the spy, really, but anyway, not a great movie. You know, everybody has their off day. I respect Pixar and their movies, and John Lasseter is a creative artist. But, I mean, I think everybody agrees Cars 2 was pretty bad. But, so, if you just take that out of the mix, Cars 1 is about Lightning McQueen as a rookie, and Cars 3 was about Lightning McQueen retiring and becoming a coach for a new race car. That seems like a wasted opportunity to make 4 or 5 other sequels in between there of Lightning McQueen at his prime, having adventures, race-related adventures, race car-related adventures, not spy stuff. Let's see Lightning McQueen at his prime, racing and being awesome. And instead, they shot themselves in the foot. They missed their chance to make Lightning McQueen last for a while. Don't throw away your intellectual property like that. And it's not like he was getting too old. I mean, Harrison Ford can only be Indiana Jones for so many years, but Lightning McQueen is animated. He could be young and handsome race car for his entire life. I mean, forever. More than his life. I mean, Mickey Mouse has been around for a long time. Nobody's retiring Mickey Mouse. I don't think. Knowing the way Disney is operating, that might be the next thing they do. The Mickey Mouse's copyright is expired. Anybody can make a Mickey Mouse cartoon if they want to. But of course, there's a lot of other stuff going on too, because there's also trademarks and a lot of complicated stuff. Same thing with a lot of characters. I think Popeye's in the public domain. Superman is going to be in the public domain next year or the year after. But you got to watch out. It's because they've been making Superman comics for the last 80 years. So if the first issue becomes public domain, you could make new stories, but only on stuff based in that issue. You can't use stuff that was added since then. There's a lot of stuff for all these characters, but especially for Superman, that's been added later. For instance, it was years before they added Kryptonite. I think it was probably a while before they added Lois Lane. The Daily Planet newspaper, or at least a newspaper, maybe Daily Planet is a later edition too. He was working as a reporter in the very first comic. could leap tall buildings in a single bound. It's all very interesting. As a writer myself, I would be... it's difficult to think of somebody taking over my own creations. And, you know, taking their stories in a way I might not have wanted them to go. It's a tough one. So, I have been watching, speaking of Superman, I've been watching Peacemaker, as I think I've mentioned before. I'm about halfway through season 2. Really great show. Not appropriate for kids, but really great show. I always liked Peacemaker as a comic book. I remember reading Peacemaker as a kid, but they never really got a handle on how to do him, how to deal with him. And I remember there was one series where he heard the voices of the people that he had killed in his helmet. I don't know if that's still part of the DC canon or not, but it was interesting at the time. And it's not something they've explored in the TV show, but I do like the way the TV show goes. Interesting little cave areas down here. Oh, there's some more of this. We'll find more of it as we dig down. Yeah, one of the benefits of digging something out underground and building it there instead of building it above ground is the abundance of building materials you get from it. I don't know if I mentioned this also, but I have to download let me remove the chunk word. I have to download a new directory of all the Minecraft blocks and things, so I can put them in order and make sure I have a place for everything that's sortable. Well, we're getting close to the end of the day here, or end of our stream. Go watch some more TV and have some dinner. Probably some fried chicken. Probably, but I am definitely having some mashed potatoes and gravy. I have been low-carbing on a low-carb diet here for weeks, and I have been pretty faithful to the diet. And I've lost some weight. Lost about 20 pounds. I usually take one day off a week because, you know, you just can't go forever not eating pasta or potatoes or corn. Today is not normally, it's not my normal day off from the diet, but I'm going to take today because I'm really in the mood for some mashed potatoes and gravy. And so I'm not cooking for anybody else, so I got some ready-made mashed potatoes. I'm just going to make the gravy. And I have some frozen fried chicken strips. That I'm going to have. And just go crazy and enjoy myself. Might even have a vegetable with that. I had a salad for lunch, so it's not like I don't eat vegetables. So the real key to losing weight is just to not eat very much, which is always hard, especially stuff that tastes good. If you're eating low carbs, that's what you're doing. And if you're eating low fat, that's also what you're doing. Hello, creeper. The thing with low carbs is keeps you from getting hungry. If you haven't eaten any carbs, you don't have like a sugar drop or whatever that is. You don't get as hungry. Which is a big deal with me. I would rather eat low fat because that would be my favorite food, but if I do that, then I get hungry all the time. Actually, what I really need to do is first become a multi-millionaire so I can afford my own chef and my own workout trainer. Then I won't have to worry about how much I eat. I'll have somebody there that's paid to make it for me and make it nutritious. I'll have somebody there that's paid to make me work out and take those calories back off. So, yeah, if you want to be a millionaire and pay no taxes, first get $1 million. I hear a zombie somewhere. Whoops. Okay. I'm not a person that wants to be rich. I would like to be able to have whatever I want, but I wouldn't want a lot. I would not buy an expensive car. I would like to have, well, I'm happy with the car I have now, but I would buy a house slightly fancier than I have now, definitely bigger, but I wouldn't buy like a giant mansion. I definitely wouldn't spend my money on expensive clothes. But I would buy a new computer immediately. And then when the new one came out next year, I would just change it. That would be great. I'd be one of those people that would invest their money and just live off the investments. Buy $10,000 100,000 shares of Taiwan Semiconductor. Live off the profits. There's more greenery. In case you're not aware, Taiwan Semiconductor is a company that produces computer chips. They're a foundry, so you go to them with whatever computer chip you have designed and they will make them for you. They're the ones that produce Apple's chips for them, chips used in Mac computers and iPhones. They also make some chips, manufacture some chips that are designed by IBM and I think Qualcomm also. Because running the foundries, building the foundries to make computer chips is very expensive. And if you just make a few chips, you don't want to go to all that expense of building the foundry for yourself. You just want to be able to use one and build it. And that's what Taiwan Semiconductor does. And they have been very successful at it. Their stock has gone up a lot. And as the name implies, they are in Taiwan. Although I think they built a couple of foundries in the United States too. Probably have some others around the world. Fairly big company. Should be putting some torches down here. So I think I'll go have some dinner and probably rewatch some episodes of Murderbot, which if you haven't seen it is a great show. Starring Alexander Skarsgård. He is a great movie star and actor. Anyway, my name is History Wes, and I am Grandpa, and Grandpa streams Minecraft. I will be streaming next week from 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. And if you stop by, you'll get to see what I look like too. Because next week I'll be trying out the face cam. In the meantime, I invite you to stop by my channel, check out my other videos about Minecraft. If you're interested in my books, you can check out my other YouTube channel, which is my real name, Wesley Allison. Check out my books wherever fine books are sold, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, etc. So thanks for stopping by. Have a great fall, autumn. Sometimes we say fall in America. Take care of yourself. And as always, keep on Minecraft.